What would make someone abandon their family, give up all their belongings, and follow a leader without question? Today, I'm going to talk about how cults form, the psychological techniques used for recruitment and controlling of members, and the impacts on individuals and society. Even if you never end up in a cult, the manipulation techniques appear in abusive relationships, extremist groups, and even aggressive marketing. Cults often form in times of uncertainty and crisis. They're led by a charismatic leader with absolute authority. The promise of community, purpose, and salvation attracts lots of people. It creates strong in-groups and out-group stereotypes, separating the outsiders from the members. It builds loyalty. The International Cultic Association 2022 article on cult formation says that modern cults form during times of uncertainty when people are open to extreme solutions. Additionally, the International Cultic Association outlines key characteristics to help identify a cult: intense devotion to a leader, isolation from the outside, and strict control over members' lives. Major factors in cult success is the manipulation tactics that leaders use. They use love bombing, which is overwhelming affection and promises of belonging to the new members. Isolation, so cutting members from their family, their friends, and any outside information. And fear and guilt, telling them that they're worthless without the group and they're doomed if they leave. Psychologist Margaret Singer in 2023 said that cults often use thought reform, or better known as brainwashing, a mix of emotional manipulation and social pressure that reshapes someone's identity and thoughts. Other studies reinforce. Ernest's article in 2024 says that leaders employ manipulation methods like repetitive chanting, rigid rules, and sleep deprivation to break down resistance. Similarly, Gonzalez and colleagues' 2022 research found evidence of psychological manipulation in the process of radicalization, showing the same tactics that push people into extremist groups are the same ones used in cults. Scholars emphasize destructive effects of manipulative content. Trevor Court noted in 2021 research that totalitarian pseudo-religious leaders deeply damage members' ability to think critically and live independently. Additionally, the International Cultic Studies Association says that myths and misconceptions are also common. Families underestimate the difficulty and painful recovery after leaving a cult. What happens when the damage is already done? Many individuals and members lose their sense of identity, their finances, and their relationships. Many suffer long-lasting trauma that may never be fixed. Communities and families also suffer. They experience grief, separation, and even danger sometimes trying to save their friends or loved ones from cults. On a larger scale, cults impact society through infamous tragedies like Jonestown, Waco, and Heaven's Gates. These events all led to mass casualties and shapes the public fear in cults and extremist religious groups. The FBI reported cult-related violence in U.S. history has led to hundreds of deaths over the years and continue to influence the way that law enforcement monitors extremist groups. So, bringing everything back together, we've looked at how cults form, the psychological strategies used by leaders to manipulate their members, and the influence that these groups have on individuals, family, and society. Cults show how powerful psychology can be, for harm or for good. Understanding the methods used better protects ourselves from manipulation. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it can also be protection.